American Lithium Corp, Ozop Energy, Hydrogen Systems stock update. So American Lithium Corp closed for the session of the 24th of February 2021 at $2.7486, and coming down here we can see that it has market cap of $426.5 million. 124.356 million shares are outstanding, and okay, we just had some news yesterday concerning American Lithium. Okay, let's just have a look. Okay, American Lithium is pleased to announce it has been named to the 2021 TSX Venture 50 and an annual ranking of top performing listed companies on the TSX Venture Exchange. The 2021 Venture 50 is an annual ranking of the top performing listed companies from 5 industrial sectors: clean technology and life sciences, diversified industries, energy, mining and technology. The selection is based on year-over-year performance across 3 equally weighted criteria: market capitalization, growth, share price appreciation, and trading volume for the year ended December 31, 2020. Okay, so it says there, you can see market capitalization growth. Well, they have to thank you, the market participant, for that, because if not for you, they wouldn't have had that growth. You can see what we're looking at here. We can see that chart. Yes, that is what they are talking about. You can see, they were pretty much moving sideways from let's call it from the 12th of August, and then you came in and changed everything for them. So yes, they have you to thank for all of that award. And technically, it appears to be correcting within a longer term bullish trend, although it's marked days below the signal line. We can absolutely see that it's below the signal line there. Shares remain 141.9% above an upward sloping 200-day moving average. Comparative relative strength analysis shows that it is outperforming the S&P 500. So it is correcting. That is what it's saying. Okay. So on the 23rd, yes, it okay. So it was 249. This is 274. So yeah, it is easily correcting. So we can also see that its slow stochastic oscillator is waning. It has lost some energy, and the momentum obviously is not as strong. Momentum for the American Lithium, as measured by 14-period slow stochastic oscillator, is waning. This means that investors are less aggressive in their recent purchases and may even be taking profits in positions but at lower prices. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Okay, let's see the unbalanced volume indicator saying this is positive. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's very much in the positive territory. Not as positive as it was before a few weeks ago. So yes, the stock is currently trading between its short-term trend lines, that is the 10-day and the 20-day trend line, and for some that is it's definitely a buy signal, especially the fact that it was even deeper into that space between the two trend lines and has tried to crawl out of it. So it is a positive sign, but at the same time, if you want to combine everything together, the fact that momentum is low, some might conclude that alone is not good enough. But in our opinion, we'll say a the combination of that low momentum, which means there's a lack of interest, and this its current position between the two short-term trend lines, can mean, yes, that it is, it's indicating some sort of a buy signal, even though that may not be enough. A better position will be a case where it is probably trading below its 50-day trend line, but that is not the case right now. It has pulled back, and it corrected, and it's trying to crawl back. And for a couple of sessions, it has been trading downwards, even though it pulls back and corrects. But all in all, it's up until the 23rd of February, it was very much on the decline. So, but I would say yes, even though the price could be a lot cheaper, but it's still pretty much yeah, it's better than nothing, and also given the low momentum, what it indicates, the flip side of that low momentum is that ultimately, if momentum departs, it will return again. So you have to wait, and as always, buy the dip. So this some already have started to buy the dip, because we can see now it has already left this 251 price. It closed out on the 23rd and it's moving up now. So if you want to get involved, by all means do so, but always ensure you get into this stocks, with funds you can't afford. You can afford to lose, not the ones you can't afford to lose. As always, nothing more than $100. Don't stake a lot on this stocks unless you really know what you're doing. Unless you really know what you're doing. Okay, so for us, it's a slight buy. Yes, by all means, getting there. The momentum is low, meaning that it's an opportunity for people to get in. Those who went available when it was running up all of these gains on the left side here where the cursor is. So by all means, do so. Okay, so we'll move on to Ozop Energy. Ozop Energy closed up at 2.499, roughly $2.5, and we have a position in Ozop Energy, and we can see it has a market cap of $815.6 million. That's a micro cap, and market has shares outstanding of 3.264 billion shares. And we don't really have any fresh news as such, and this is not so fresh, 22nd of February. And then down here we can see it appears to be correcting within a longer term bullish trend, although it's MACD is below the signal line. We can see that's a signal line below this. Sorry, this is the MACD, that's the signal line above it. It's presently shares remain 587.1% above an upward sloping 200-day moving average. So even though it is correcting, it's still 500% above this 200-day trend line. So what it indicates is, amongst other things, high volatility as well. So it's yes, if you go by okay, maybe if you count back to the last 10 days, maybe yes, you can easily see that it is correcting. So this will be is it 02.25, then the 8th of February will be somewhere here, somewhere there. Okay, 8th of February. See, so easily it's definitely correcting. Yes, I believe, yes, it is correcting, yes, because anything below 0.33 going by that price, and this is not arbitrary though, it is if you count back 10 to the 10th trading session, you subtract that value, you subtract the current value, which is 0.25 from that 10th value. If it's positive, then it definitely has a positive momentum, and then if it's negative, then it has a negative momentum. It's its momentum is waning. The or slow stochastic oscillator should indicate that, and or maybe more may indicate it's improving. We can see that it is not improving. Obviously, with that's validated what we just said now. So momentum is strongly bearish. The 14 period slow stochastic oscillator is falling as investors sell shares and drive the price lower. The unbalanced volume indicator shows that longer term accumulation has given way to near term selling pressure by traders. Okay, the longer term accumulation is giving way to near term selling pressure by not so strong volume unbalanced volume indicator. So yes, just like American Lithium, this Ozop energy is is indicating a buy signal. From this is in our own opinion, but by the opinion of some others, the fact that momentum is not good, is not positive, it's not a good indicator. So they're going to say that the momentum is an underlying current, and it's not very good. So, but for us, the fact that some other participants are exiting means that we should be entering. So we can evidently see that it's also trading below its short-term trend lines. If we were trading below the short-term and intermediate, the intermediate would be this 51, all the better. But right now, the momentum is not there. That means things are getting a bit quiet now. So it's probably time for it's time to get in. If people are ignoring it to go do some other things, they will still come back to it, because the same people who took their money off are on the sidelines observing to see whether you and I are going to get the ripples going before they jump in. So it's on the contrary, it's a buy signal for us. So so if you want to get involved as well, as always, it's always with funds you always can afford to lose nothing more than $100. That's our recommendation. Okay, so for a great deal of time, Ozop never really penetrated its 10-day trend line, and from sometime in January of this year, it's never never came close enough to that 10-day trend line, as even as at the 4th of February began to deviate and reach this all-time high, and then started to pull back. So yes, it's taking a breather from all those the 1 month and some fraction upward streak it ran up, even though of course it was pulling back, but none of those pullbacks resulted in a discount. It resulted in a crossover below the 10-day trend line. So of late it has done that. So it's a big breather. So it has began to present better opportunity, but at the same time as well, it's not a sideways movement. It's more of sharp pullbacks and stuff like that, still maintaining its volatility. Okay, so as we've already said, if you want to get in, it's only with a small amount of money. So this brings us to hydrogen systems. Hydrogen systems closed that session at 0.0181, and we have a position in hydrogen systems. It has a market cap of $418,700, 23.130 million. Sorry, 23.130 million shares outstanding, and Well, there isn't any news there. Technically, it appears to be correcting within a longer term bullish trend. Although its MACD is presently below the signal line, we can see that there. Let's magnify that. Its shares remain 60% above an upward sloping 200-day trend line. Okay, so 60%. It's also an indication that it's not that volatile. Yes, so evidently it's not that volatile. So they're all bunched up. The trend line, the 200-day trend line, is not so far away from the 50. As a matter of fact, not even that far away from the price itself. So we'll get back to that, and we can see the momentum is also tepid. It's losing steam. It's waning. We can see that as well. So if it's correcting, there's a good chance that the momentum will also be waning. The momentum is strongly bearish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is falling as investors sell shares and drive the price lower. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Okay, the slope is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. So yeah, okay, we can see also that in this case, Hydrogen Systems is also trading at a discount to its short-term trend lines, the 20 and the 10 and the 20-day trend lines, and also not very far from its 50-day trend line and the 200-day. The 200-day trend line is pointing at 0.11. The 50-day is pointing at 0.014, whereas it's pointing at 0.018. So the stock is not that active as well, not that volatile, but it's of late as well. It has had some spikes. We can see that here, all these sharp declines and spikes up thereafter. But also interestingly, you can see that for a few sessions it traded below these two trend lines. And after that, market participants felt that it was a good chance to, a good opportunity to get in, and they did. And it spiked and returned back again below those trend lines. So there's a good chance that will occur again. So on the other hand as well, the stock is really by far very much affordable. And if you also look at the market cap, it's not even up to 500,000. And at the same time as well, you can see the price is just roughly 2 cents. So opportunities written all over it. The pop on momentum is not helpful for some folks, but at the same time, those folks are also waiting for those who are contrary, who hold contrary opinions, to put their money in, and they will also put theirs as well. So don't be fooled that because of that low momentum it's spotting. It indicates is that there is a buying opportunity there. So if the interest is not there, then your interest should be there. If the interest is not there, your interest should be there. You should be counted them. So the stock is fundamentally in the hydrogen space, and then it's the obvious. We all know what's going on right now, and at the same time as well, we can see it has a lot more to grow, with this market cap and also a relatively small float, so by all means, you want to get involved in the stock, do so, and and as usual, not with anything you can't afford to lose. Okay, only with funds you can really afford to lose. Okay, so if you're new to this channel, subscribe, like, and share. If you're already a subscriber, thank you very much for watching this video, and thank you for getting our subscriber count over 1,000 and growing. Let's get this count, the subscriber count, up to 10,000. Let's get going. Keep subscribing. Thank you.